What's up, y'all? It's your boy Eric Darrell, and I'm back with another video. And today's video is me making a butter pound cake. So it's basically my first cooking video. As you can see here, I have a stick of butter. What you're gonna need basically is for your butter to be room temperature and almost softened. So as you can see, when I picked mine up, I pressed down on it and it made an indent. So that's kind of how you want it. And I added 3 sticks of butter into my mixer. And once I add those 3 sticks of butter, I went ahead and turned my stand mixer on. That way I can get ready to cream my butter and my cream cheese together. And what you're gonna see here is you're gonna see me taking a spatula and pushing the butter that got stuck on the handle down back into the bowl. Now that way I can continue creaming it together. And one thing I want to preface is that my camera angle changes a few times in this video just because I had to stop and go and come back and things like that. So I had to move my ring light and my camera around. So if things aren't as consistent, then please forgive me. I'm working on that. So as you see here, I turned my mix back on to get ready to cream the butter again. And what you're gonna see now in this clip is me getting ready to add the cream cheese to the butter. So I turned the stand mixer off once again, and I'm adding the cream cheese to the butter. So now I'm getting ready to add my sugar. So here's me adding the first cup of sugar, and after I add that, I'm gonna turn my mixer back on. No, actually I added my second cup of sugar, and then I turned my mixer back on, and I let that cream together for a bit before adding the third cup of sugar, which you're gonna see in the next clip. But this recipe basically calls for equal parts. So it's 3 sticks of butter, 3 cups of flour, and 3 cups of sugar. And now you see me getting ready to add the third cup of sugar. And I left the stand mixer on when I added this just because I felt like it was unnecessary to turn it back off, just turn it back on. And I knew that I could add it in easily with the mixer on. That way it could go ahead and incorporate itself. And so now I am about to add my eggs. I tried my best to add these eggs in one at a time, but what you're going to see right here after I turn my mixer on is that the first 2 eggs, went in one after the other. I tried to stop it, but it just, slid right in. So after that, I just pulled away from the mixer and let those 2 eggs beat in. And I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of my eggs, still one at a time. But, you get the gist of pouring in 6 eggs into the batter one at a time. And what you're going to see now is me getting ready to add my extracts. So we have vanilla extract and butter extract. And usually I only use about 1 teaspoon of extract when I'm making cakes, no matter if it's a pound cake or if it's a layer cake. I feel like 1 teaspoon goes a long way. So what I did is I added 1 teaspoon of the vanilla extract, and then I ended up adding a half of a teaspoon of the butter extract, which is what you're seeing in this clip. So I feel like vanilla extract always has a rich color to it because it's vanilla and it's coming from vanilla pods. But butter extract is something that can be clear because it's a little bit more artificial. But once I get both of those extracts into the mixer, I go ahead and turn it back on and make sure that everything gets evenly incorporated. That way I can have flavor in the cake. And now what you're seeing is me getting ready to add my first cup of flour. So what I'm doing is I'm adding the first cup of flour, turning the mixer on low. That way we don't lose any flour in the process. And what you're gonna see in this clip is me making a big mistake. It's not me if I don't make mistakes. You just saw me try to pour my second cup of flour into the mixer and the handle hitting my measuring cup and knocking some of the flour onto the side of the mixing bowl and onto the ground, which I had to clean up later. And now my mixer's off and I'm getting ready to, I think, show y'all how I'm going to grease my pan. So I'm using Baker's Joy spray, but if you do not have Baker's Joy, you can definitely go out and buy some, or you can just take some butter to grease the pan and then sift some flour over the butter on the pan, and it should work the same way. So the Baker's Joy was definitely giving me problems, but what I'm going to show you in this next clip is how your cake pan should look once the Baker's Joy is evenly distributed across your bundt pan. So that's how your bundt pan should look. And now in this clip, you're going to see me get ready to add my batter into my bundt pan. And I was definitely having problems adding my batter to my bundt pan. At one point, I had to just, put the mixing bowl down and go into my mom's room early in the morning and be like, how do you get your batter into your pans? And she was just like, I use a spoon. And so what you're seeing me now is using the other process that I saw her do, which I would help her do, which was her pour the batter and me spin the bowl. And I was trying to attempt that as a singular person, and it was not working. So eventually I end up switching to the spoon method. And what you're going to see in this next clip, you're going to see me switch to the spoon method. So I put the bowl down and I grab a spoon. And I recommend not using a slotted spoon like I had, because, once you get ready to wash your dishes, you're going to have batter that's stuck in between the slots. So if you can just find you a whole spoon, that'll work the best. But what I'm doing right here is I'm just evenly adding the batter to my bundt pan and making sure that I go around the pan with each scoop of batter, starting from where I ended, just to make sure that everything is evenly distributed. And here you're about to see how the cake pan looks once all the batter's in there. Don't mind that at the end. I did not even see that until after it baked. So right now I'm just tapping it on the counter to get the air bubbles out. And now you want to add your bundt pan to a preheated 300-degree oven for 80 to 90 minutes. And this is how it should look once it comes out of the oven, golden brown and bubbly. And what you're going to see me do now is check the cake just to make sure that it is ready. So I'm taking a long toothpick and trying to check the cake just to make sure no batter comes up on the toothpick. And I checked in two spots. I checked one more towards the middle and one towards the end where the butter cracks were at. And each time it came up clean. So I was super excited for that. It lets me know that my cake was ready and it was good to go. So now what you see me doing is I have a cake placemat, I'm gonna call it, on the bottom of the cake pan, and I'm taking a wire rack and I'm trying to get ready to flip it. But what you're gonna see is me not flipping the cake, but you're gonna see my mom. Those are my mom's hands. She flipped the cake for me because I was super nervous. I was like, if I drop this cake, I'm gonna be so hurt. And then you're also gonna see me throw a cool rag over the top of the bundt pan just to help release it if there's anything stuck. And not to brag or anything, but nothing was stuck. You're gonna see my mom pat the other side of the cake pan to make sure everything released, and it released pretty good in my opinion. She was surprised, I was super surprised, but it came out good. And yeah, there you have it, a butter pound cake. I think I did a great job for my first time. I tried to garnish with lemon, but I think I did a great job. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring that notification bell to be alerted when your boy Eric Darrell posts a new video. All right, y'all. Peace.